The final week of SFL Season 22 is upon us. It is a week where playoff hopes and dreams are made or destroyed. Some call it the playoffs before the playoffs. Well, for some, this week could be their last game of Season 22. We are live here at Conpro Field, home to the Queen City Corsairs, and stepping up to the ring are the visiting DC Dragons. DC sits near top of the standings, but tonight, trying to get a win here to secure a first round bye. But for Queen City, although they're out of playoff contention, they're going to look to spoil that goal this evening. I'm your play-by-play announcer, Mark Lopez, and joining me tonight as tonight's analyst and color commentator is the wonderful person, the one and only Anthony Ellison. Anthony, I know Queen City is mathematically out of playoff contention, but what kind of game do you think we're going to see from them tonight?
Those are the most dangerous teams. The teams that are out of the playoffs, they have nothing to lose. They're going to try different plays. They're going to try different things that they probably haven't done all season because they want to get themselves ready for the following season. And this is what we call a trap game for DC. DC is playing for a home playoff game and a bye in the first round, and they have to be careful. They cannot take any team lightly, especially Queen City. So this is going to be a good one.
A win here would be very good for DC's chances at securing that bye. Can they do it? We'll find out with this kickoff, which will be returned all the way to the 30-yard line. That is where Queen City will start. The rest of the broadcast booth tonight with us on stats. We got Justin Reside and Demond Simeon. And of course, producing this game is Cameron Irvine, your commissioner. Tonight, we're going to get our first look at the Queen City's offense as they come into this game with a 4-7 record. They will strut out their offense here at their 30-yard line. So we're going to start off with their I-twins formation here. Two receivers on the left. First play in the evening will be a throw to the right. That is complete to number 49. Here he is, a Queen City's offense. Eric Price, quarterback, slinging that rock, received by James Matthews Jr., the tight end. Halfbacks in the backfield are William McDowell, Jet Aziro, and Tony Zoma. Wide receivers are Adrian Ellis, Xavier Knight, Joseph Boudet, and Bob Wood. Tight end Arnold Paca, James Matthews Jr., the one who received that, and Abad Ruiz II. They get one guard under roster, Robert Crone as well. They're going to line up here in a heavy set, everyone on the line, but it's a late handoff here. That's going to go for nowhere. So looks like it's a 1-yard loss, in fact.
So the matchup that DC has to be careful with, Queen City loves to throw it to James Matthews, number 49. You saw him catch it on the first play of the game. They're going to want to throw the ball. This is a key third down early.
Key third down, the lineup in twins, and they'll look to pass in the very deep step back. Pressure on coming. That ball is slung and not able to find his target. Intended for number 11, Adrian Ellis, but that falls incomplete as it was covered really well by DC.
So even though it wasn't a sack, definitely Price felt the pressure right there on the two edge rushers and threw the ball when he doesn't want to, and that almost was an interception.
So solid starting position at their 30-yard line. Goes for only 5 yards before being punted. DC's impeccable defense shining all season, and a good start by the DC's offense. Meanwhile, they're going to return the ball all the way up to their 35-yard line. Good solid start from them. We're going to take a look at their offense, starring probably the star of the show, Shabazz Synergy, the quarterback. The halfbacks, Kevin Say, Sam Harrison, and fullback Chuck Stellar, who had a stellar night last week. Nick Twice, Larry Da Vinci, Mason Kirby, and Josh Gill are the wide receivers. Tight ends, Lauren Percoco and James Walters. They have their linemen, Ezekiel Rubin, James Judah, Quinn Zook, Joseph Ephraim, and Michael Percoco. So first play of the drive for DC. They're going to line up with split backs, two wideouts to the right. They're going to motion. I believe that's number 20, Kevin Say, on the motion to the line, and it's going to be a handoff to Stellar. Anthony Stellar had a great night last week running the ball for first downs and touchdowns, and they're going to start him off here with 3 yards.
Yeah, when he's coming in the league third overall in average per rush, 4.6 yards. You're going to see right there, picks up the grimy yards that you need, that every team needs.
We'll see how more often Stellar will be involved, but it's Kevin Say who gets the call in this play. Goes for 1 yard, they'll say, tackled by Queen City. Let's introduce you to Queen City's defense. Defensive ends Zyterian Darshington, Chad Stinson. Defensive tackle Emmanuel Petrola, Casper Haddock, Kappa Jones, and Luke Swift are the linebackers, as well as Morgan Brown and Waffle Highwind. Cornerbacks, Brendan Ewing, Justin Reside, Ted Haynes, and Anthony Wayo. And the safeties are Alex Marshall and GB Wallace. They're lining up in their nickel defense against DC here in second down, but that's not going to be good enough. That long pass by Synergy is good. And what a start by DC's offense. 2 plays in a row, or 3 plays, a third down conversion, and they're now on the other side of the field.
And I know Queen City was keeping an eye on number 47, Laura Prococo, third in the league in receiving yards, but you got to understand there's other dynamic receivers on the team, and that's one right there, Gil. Just nice little post route, got behind the defenders that was looking at the tight end, and was able to secure a first down to keep the drive going.
Josh Gill only had 15 receptions before last week and no touchdowns. Had his first touchdown last week and a big catch this night with his first catch of the night. Here's the run by Kevin Say for 4 yards. Kevin Say has number 5 in total carries, number 9 in total yards. What a season he's been having so far, eh, Anthony?
Fantastic season, and it's all thanks to that offensive line up front, getting the holes right there so he was able to find just enough room.
How much room will he get here? That's actually not Kevin Say. It's Ham Harrison who gets the call. He will get the first down for DC.
And that's a good run. And I love, fell on top of the defender, still not down, was able to roll over to get the first down right there. You want to establish the running game early so you can set up your pass and you can set up for your dynamic receivers. But good runs from the start.
Got a wide receiver lined up in the tight end spot there. But this will be a handoff to Say. Say once again tackled the line of scrimmage. Anthony, we've seen Say carry the ball at least 3 times tonight. None of them have been going for more than 2 yards.
It's about getting going right here. When you have somebody who is 5th in the league and carries in 205 yards, he builds over time and he gets stronger every carry he gets.
6 on the line for Queen City, 2 linebackers to support. But DC with 2 wideouts on the left. It'll be a handoff down the middle. Kevin Say finds room on the right side, but will not get more than 3 yards. It'll be 3rd and 7.
And we have a key third down coming up here. All eyes should be on number 47, Lauren Prococo, right here, with 62 catches for the season. That's the target that's most likely is going to happen. Pressure by Queen City will be helpful.
Synergy in the shotgun, fakes the handoff, will look to throw down the middle, slings it and caught. Lauren Prococo, you called her name and she answers the call with a touchdown.
And there's a reason why her 7th touchdown of the season right there, 63rd catch, is because of the situation. You got to put 2 people on her. And it was just a seam route, just a standard go route. Number 26 got lost looking at the quarterback, and it was just an easy pitch and catch right there. This is what we've been seeing all season. This is what DC is going to rely on going into the playoffs. It's the synergy Prococo connection that we've been seeing all season.
So, first drive of the day, of the evening for DC, goes for points. It goes for 7. 8 plays, 64 yards, 3 minutes off the clock, and they have a solid start for their offense.
Now it's time for Queen City to go back on the field. You have your own dynamic tight end and James Matthews Jr., who is 2nd in the league in catches. You want to get him early. Eric Price, we know that he loves to throw the football, so it's just about establishing enough of the run so you can get the pass out there.
We'll see if they'll be able to establish that. As you said, they're going to start on their 29-yard line. It'll be a second look at this Queen City offense. They have been stopped in their first drive. It was a 3-and-out. But Eric Price and company looking to put points in the board and not fall behind DC quick. So back on the field is Price and company. So this twins formation is what they run twice previously in their last drive. He's gonna throw. Scanning the field, will throw downfield. That is actually hit and jarred loose by the defender. So DC's defense looking strong once again. Here is the DC defense. Jose Fuentes, Nick Fargo, John Gary, and Mike Wagoner, as well as Kano Forston and Jason Bourne are the defensive line. They got 6 on the line in their contract list. Declan O'Rourke, Ben Bowman, Jason Strongbow, and Saeed Gore are the linebackers. Peanut Say, Jackson, Jadubidu, Daryl Bullock are the cornerbacks. Call the rest of the DC defense after this play as Eric Price pitches to the right. And a 1-yard gain off of that run goes barely anywhere. Rest of the 3 safeties for DC are John DeSantis, Tyler Highfield, Josh Vasquez, and Kev Say Jr. And that loaded defense showing and burying their fangs in this drive, forcing another 3rd and long. Price having to line up an empty set here as 5 wideouts. Throwing downfield, that is thrown, that is caught! What a throw and completion by Price. He finds Bob Wood on a nice catch down the middle, and it's a first down.
And I love the play design. It's one of those underneath and over the top routes. You had an over the top post route. Recognize that there was 2 defenders on it. Just went and checked down to the underneath end route right there for a first down. I love the route combination because it's either the high or the low one. And they went to the low one and got the first down.
I believe that's what some would call a dagger concept, a high-low combo of a post and in route. And works to beautiful work there. Price rolling out here, but will throw downfield to the middle once again is complete. So back-to-back completions by Eric Price, this time finding his target in Adrian Ellis.
And when Queen City is on point is when they're passing the balls with this efficiency right here. It's a rollout to the left to give your quarterback some time, and it's that backside receiver just doing a little stutter route and then doing just a drag across the middle and just showing himself right there. This is what Queen City likes to do. This is why Price is first in the league in passing attempts.
Price, step back, throws downfield once again. How about Price with 3 straight completions to 3 different receivers, this time tight end Arnold Packer with an incredible catch, and now they're rolling here on the offense.
And when you give your quarterback time, because this is a beautiful pocket right here, 3-step drop, get the ball out the hands quickly, you're going to see good success from this team right here. And they're going to start tight end that we're talking about, James Matthew Jr.
6'7", 265, 4-time All-Star, has been a pivotal player here for the Queen City organization. All 10 of his seasons with the league has been with this org. And a nice catch from him there in that last play. But here in split twist formation, pitch to the right side. Similar play in one of their pass plays in this drive. This was Jet Zero with a 3-yard carry.
Yeah, and that time, let the play develop before you hit to the outside. Let your lineman get out there and take care of that linebacker, and then you can cut in and you can get some more yardage.
They're going to have 2nd and 7 here. Split spread offense. Once again, really spreading out this DC defense who line up in their nickel. But the handoff here is going to go barely anywhere. William McDowell with maybe only 3 yards or 4 on that carry. You're going to set up a 3rd and 3 near the end zone of DC.
And this is where you can have that pass to your tight end if you need to, but if you feel confident on your run, keep it going.
Well, they will pass here. It's a short pass to Zero. Can he get there? No! It's not good enough. He was very close. But Saeed Gore with an incredible tackle at the last minute makes a huge one.
Yeah, I saw that challenge coming. So for everybody watching at home, what we are trying to see on the replay is where was the ball of the nose of the football when it crosses the first down marker? Was the knee down before the first down marker or was it afterwards? So we're watching the knee and then we're watching the point of the football to see if that was a first down. I think it's close. I think it's hard to overturn it because you need undisputable evidence to it. I think this is a fourth down stop.
It is a fourth down stop. The nose has to be beyond the yellow line, not on the yellow line to count for a first down. Unfortunately, that was a great replay actually there, as we had a retroactive look on that play presented by Retroid. Get your SFL console at goretroid.com. So the challenge, although justifiable, was not good enough for the conversion. It's going to turn into a 31-yard attempt. Nonetheless, that was a decently solid drive by this Queen City offense. What did you think so, Anthony?
Any type of points is really good. This was a drive that you kind of need for Queen City here after giving up big plays on the defensive side right there. You're just showing that you can compete with this team. So good job by Queen City. Next time, just look at some little stuff that you can do differently so you can get a score. But regardless, points are points.
If you're new to the Simulationfl League, welcome. The SFL is football for everyone. Get off the sideline and start your player today by joining our Discord server at simulationfl.net. Click the Join the Community button and begin your career, or just to meet the stars of the SFL on and off the field. It's never too late to get involved. This ball will be returned by DC all the way to about their 35-yard line. That's where they're going to start. I think they're going to say they start at the 34. So back on the field is Shabazz Synergy, who in their prior drive scored a touchdown in 8 plays. 2 for 2 on catches for 48 yards on that previous drive, including the huge touchdown to Percoco. We'll see if DC can replicate that success in this drive, or what adjustments Queen City will have here. Nickel look by Queen City. Synergy scans the field for receivers. Taking his time, the pocket collapses and he will be brought down to the ground. Great sack by Queen City. That was number 59, Highwind. What a sack from him, all the way from the linebacker position.
And that's a coverage sack right there. There was no open receiver. And what you don't want to do is take a sack there. It's okay to step out of the pocket if you need to, throw it away, but you just don't want to take a sack.
3.5 total sacks after that one for Highwind. But here's a throw by DC down the middle. Percoco unable to crawl that in as it was defended well by this Queen City coverage.
Yeah, and good deflection right there. Now you're setting up a 3rd and long. The defense knows you're going to want to pass the ball. You're going to probably want to pass the ball to the tight end. So you're just going to keep that in mind and look for something like more of a post over in the middle.
Well, they have their quads look here, 4 wideouts, everyone on passing duty. It's a run? No, it's a fake handoff. Shabazz Synergy throws downfield. It's no good, but we get a flag here. It's a pass under PI. Or no, it's not a PI. Ineligible receiver downfield. That's a rare penalty to be called.
Very rare. It looks like one of the linemen just stepped too far up forward. You got to make sure, if you're an attendant receiver, you got to make sure you're on the line. You look at the judge and say, hey, I'm going to be an attendant receiver. At that point, it just looks like in that play action, one of the linemen actually ran block and went up the field.
That's hilarious. If that is the case, that is great. But at least for DC, that's fortunate news for them because they get the ball back. And they're going to start at their 34-yard line. So DC, or Queen City, able to stop DC after allowing a touchdown on the prior drive. So back to Queen City's side we go. Here comes Eric Price, league leader in completions and attempts for 2,500, almost 2,600 yards in the season. He has been loving slinging that ruck. But he has a split back formation here. He's gonna hand it off. Jet Zero will pick up the ball. Ooh, one of his better runs today with 7 rumbling down the middle. And 2nd and 3 now is where Queen City's at.
I'm such a big fan of that play. It's coming out of the split back. It's like a fullback dive motion, but it's getting your running back who has typically more acceleration right there. A good 7 yards on first down.
Heavy set here by Queen City. It'll be a pitch. Ooh, solid running, but there DC's gonna be able to stop William McDowell from gaining any more than 1 yard there. McDowell had the initial step there, but solid tackling by DC.
Yeah, and we already see a deflection from Peanut Say. Now you see him in coverage. He is a complete cornerback. He loves to get in there, make the tackles, deflect it, but also intercept the ball.
He has 3 TFLs in the season. That wasn't quite a TFL, but great tackling from him nonetheless. Queen City will pitch this time to the left. Z0, can he get loose? He does, breaks 1 tackle. Still up and will be able to push forward to midfield. What a run by Zero.
The difference between this being a 4th down and a 1st down is that play right there. You have to make the tackle. If you make the tackle, they're punting the ball right now. But if you miss the tackle, now we have a 1st down. That's exactly what Queen City wants to respond.
And a great response there by Jet Zero. Here, out of split row will be another handoff, 4-yard carry. You're right, Anthony. Out of split backs, those quick handoffs to your halfback are really quick. It's 4 yards this time.
So Queen City is not known to be a running team, but they're doing enough right here to set up a play action, to set up throwing the ball down the field. The runs don't have to be pretty, but 3 to 4 yards a pop is helpful.
Pitch left to Jet Zero this time. Tackling is good by DC. They'll tackle him for a loss, and that, ladies and gentlemen, is the end of the first quarter. DC, looking for a first bye, is up 7-3 here after 1 frame of regulation. Look at the beautiful shot of Buffalo Botanical Gardens. Aerial coverage of today's game provided by Dag's Droneworks. Aerial photography and videography services for real estate, events, marketing, and more. Learn more at dagsdroneworks.com. Welcome back to quarter number 2 of DC visiting Queen City, DC. If you're just joining us, just a reminder that DC's playoff hopes here are trying to secure a first round bye. A win here can put them at 4th or 3rd seed, which skips that first round for them. So looking for a win there. However, Queen City with the ball here to start the second quarter will look to either get the lead or put 3 points on the board. Here's Price looking to throw. Will throw left. That is complete. So a nice throw and catch by Price, who was solid in their previous drive. Anthony had 3 straight completions, and this time will be able to complete once again.
For the season, has a good percentage completing the pass right there, and it's one of these passes here, recognizing this man coverage on the outside, just a nice little comeback route. Once again, you don't always have to have explosive plays down the field to be a high power offense. It's just recognizing weakness in the defense and exploiting it.
DC was 2 for 5 in third downs prior to that. Here's a pitch to the left by Jet Zero. Breaks, no tackle, will be able to get a first down in the play. What a run by Jet Zero on the outside.
And once again, we saw it. The end rusher is made containment, but has to make the tackle. When you don't make the tackle, that's a 1 yard gain if you make the tackle. But if you don't, now you got blocking on the outside by the receivers for Queen City, and then Jet Zero is taking it to the sideline. That's the second time this drive a broken tackle led to a first down.
And those outside blockers you mentioned by those receivers, they destroyed every single defender there, brought them to the ground there. But here's a handoff down the middle. Oh, that's a great run. Swimming around the defenders, picking up a 7. So that's 7 more yards for William McDowell, who's now averaging 4 yards a carry tonight.
Yeah, and just a good pace between Madaro and Zero. They're going back and forth. They're running the ball really well between the tackles, and then Zero on the outside breaking that tackle and getting extra yardage.
47 total yards between those two halfbacks. They line up in their Joker set here after motioning a receiver to the outside. It's a pitch to 0-0. Will not be able to break away from that point of attack tackle. I believe that was it number 54, Declan O'Rourke in the tackle there?
Yep, that was O'Rourke with a tackle right there. Was able to bring the running back down before anything can happen. That's exactly how you want to tackle.
So that tackle will set up 3rd and 4. Price lining up this split spread offense. He's got 3 wide receivers motioning. James Matthew Jr. had 2 targets, 2 receptions tonight. But is going to roll out to his left away from Matthews Jr.'s. And that's going to be good enough for the touchdown. He put Matthews Jr.'s to the right. He rolls out to the left. And he throws to the right to Matthews.
And how was that set up? It's because they had good running game during that drive right there, picking up 2 key first downs off the run. So then he's wide open because everybody's looking for the run on the left-hand side, and you sneak the second leading receiver tight end on the right side wide open. That's the one person you don't want to leave wide open, and that's a great response by Queen City.
Queen City, the records might say they're 4-7. They may be out of playoff contention, but they're going to play to their heart's content. And in fact, with that field goal, they find themselves in the lead, 10-7 here in the second quarter. What a drive by Queen City. To your point, Anthony, their running game was incredible. They've racked up over almost 50 yards total tonight. That drive alone, they had 31 yards. What a drive by Queen City.
And I will always say a balanced attack will always do well here. So you don't need big plays in the running game, just enough to get you the first down, to keep the defense honest, so then you can have those explosive plays like you saw there for the touchdown.
Price as well, if you remove the very first drive, he has thrown and completed 4 of 4 in his last 4 passes. He has been pretty good tonight. DC, meanwhile, will be back here on the field looking to answer back, down 3 points here in the second quarter. 8 minutes to go. Synergy will roll out to the right, pressure incoming, but he's going to find his receiver. Nice first down by Lyric Da Vinci, who picks up, I'd say, about 15 or 20 yards in that play.
And I do like the change right here. They've been running in a first down the last 2 drives, so they came out with a nice little running play to get a good chunk of yardage. This is a good response. This is going to be important for DC. How do you respond after giving up a touchdown?
That ball just whistling past Wolf Hyman's face, unable to put an outstretched arm and deflect the pass. That's going to be a first down for DC, who's going to hand the ball off this time. Run down the middle. We'll go for about 4 yards. That's not Chuck Steller. That is number 38. That's their backup, getting the carry there. Backup fullback Dan Alexander.
Gotta be ready for your number when it calls. Doesn't matter. So that's a good play.
Does get them 4 yards, which is on average a solid run by all accounts and purposes. But here's the carry by Kevin Say, tackling by Queen City. I believe that's a 0-yard gain. So Queen City clamping up against the run, forcing 3rd and 6 here.
Key 3rd down. You don't want to stop your momentum. You got to find Lauren Prococo. There's a reason why she has all those numbers this year.
Well, an empty set. Synergy will look downfield, launches and throws into the enemy. He throws an interception. The wrong target to the wrong uniform. Will bring the ball the other way, and Peanut Say will bring an interception home for Queen City. What a play.
And you do have to be careful. When that robber coverage in the middle, they're just watching your eyes. And if you're looking at one target, that's going to be easy right there. So I love it. All you did was just read the quarterback's eyes, recognized that he never looked off his target, and picked it off. Such a key interception right there.
That was Luck Swift on the interception. That is interception number 3 for the outside linebacker. Great stuff from him. So now Price will have a chance to throw the ball once again. Wow, he's completed now 5 of 5. Will be able to find his target. Number 16, Joseph Boudet. Catch number 44 in the season.
And you start to see when Price gets into a rhythm, he throws dots right there. And that's a really good throw. Back shoulder behind the defender. You only throw that when you feel good about yourself, and that's what Queen City's doing right now.
Queen City looking like all momentum's on their side here against now DC showing their nickel defense. Here's a pitch to the left. Jet Zero breaks another tackle. What a man this guy is. I mean, Jet Zero has been seeing defenders behind the line of scrimmage every single time. He's able to shake them off on a 50% clip. What a guy.
And it's just, you got to be careful. That time, there was another defender behind getting ready to follow up if the missed tackle happened, which it did. But Jet Zero is getting that outside pretty easily.
Here's Price looking to throw. It's a short pass here. A 1-yard completion becomes a 9-yard completion. Yards after the catch. Great route running. Great run after the catch by Adrian Ellis.
You're in field goal range. It's okay if you don't get this third down, you can kick the field goal. But what you don't want to do is turn the ball over.
DC now, 3rd and 1. It'll be a pitch here. Jet Zero finding first down, finding room. Great blocking on the edge there. He'll pick up first down and more.
That is patient running. You have to see where the play is going to develop. Let your offensive line block a certain way. And I love the patience by Jet Zero, just looking for the first down marker by any means necessary.
So handoff here. Once again, McDowell this time runs down the middle. Solid running for another 7 yards. The second time he's had over 5 in this ball game. Now averaging 4.6 by William McDowell.
And when you want to keep a high power offense on the sideline, you do stuff like this. You run the ball effectively, get the first down, and choose the clock, and it keeps the defense on the field.
Oh, Jet Zero getting hang up by his lineman there. That was enough for the defensive backs come away with a tackle. That was quite unfortunate for Queen City.
Setting up 3rd and 3 right here. Once again, I will keep the ball on the ground. You've been running the ball really effectively, and you don't want to turn it over.
It looks like that might be the case here as they line up in their split Jack's set is what it looks like. Hand off down the middle. McDowell goes nowhere. What a tackle by DC. Able to force a stop as Queen City was nearing the end zone. It's 4th and 3 at about the 15-yard line. Field goal units out on the field. What a stop by DC.
Great stop by DC here, especially after it didn't look promising. But you know what? If I'm Queen City, I'm okay. Putting more points on the board is going to put the pressure on DC.
And pressure's on, 13-7. With a field goal, Queen City's up 6 points with 3 minutes 44 seconds to go in the second. And any offensive adjustments you might want to see here from DC, Anthony?
Don't be gun shy. You know you like to throw the football. Maybe start with running, right? And get some yardage so it's in more to your favor. But you know what? Don't change from your game plan. You did a good 2 drives earlier to get the touchdown. You just want to make sure you be careful about turning the ball over.
That first scoring drive by DC was in fact a run-heavy drive, minus the 2 passes that went for both over 22 yards. So they've either run on the ground heavily and really, did not quite well, or have thrown for big yardage or interception. So we'll see. Looks like in shotgun here, it might be a throw. No, it's a handoff. Oh, it's going to be a run. Broken tackles is still up. Oh, man, that felt like the longest 2 yards run. But we're going to get a game update from the other game with Minnesota trying to fight for their first round bye. What do we have, Cam?
Thank you, Mark.
Crazy game in Minnesota. Charleston in the no-huddle hits Benjamin Warner for the touchdown, but 30 seconds later, Minnesota gets a field goal. 23-20 Minnesota at the half. Back to you.
That's a close game. 23-20. I think I saw a nice hands catch candidate in the other game for them there, but we're back here. It's 3rd and 3 DC now. They're in there. It feels like their first 3rd and short situation all night. They're going to line up with their flip tight triple formation here. Handoff down the middle. That's a good first down. Nice running by Kevin Say.
Yeah, no,
it's 4th and inches.
Oh, I would challenge that if oh man, I'm DC. I got to challenge that. Because that's the difference between punting the ball and getting a first down. And right now, it's do or die. This is what you need.
Head coach Steven Molinax throwing the laundry. He wants a second look at that. Well, we're going to take a second retroactive look at this play presented by Retroid. Get your SFL console at goretroid.com. I mean, right there, it already looks like he was over the line at that poor angle. Here's a better angle here. He was already at the first down before he even got brought down.
Yeah, that's a first down. If you don't overturn it, then we have a problem.
We're gonna have to send the referees to their eye doctor, but thankfully that won't be the case here. As DC Coach Molinax able to get that turned around. Nice shirt, by the way, Coach. He is gonna be able to get that after that first. It wasn't him. It was Queen City's first challenge that did not go their way, but DC's first challenge will go their way. Kevin Say now with a first down for their team. Now it's 1st and 10. They're at their 37-yard line. One wide receiver and one in the slot there next to Percoco. Handoff down the middle. Say breaking another tackle. Will rumble and roll over for 7 yards. They'll say it felt like it would have been 8 or 9.
Yeah, and that's a really good run after a great challenge by the coach to keep the drive alive here. DC want to put up points before the half.
We'll see if they can put up points before the half there. As Sam Harrison will get the handoff. He's going to get a first down. It's been first down city for DC in this drive. Oh, they'll say that was Alexander. Once again, backup fullback will get the call in. That's going to bring us to the 2-minute warning here as we wait for both teams to exit out of the huddle here. There we go. Teams finally, after quite a bit of time talking things out, have finally made a decision on the play. DC with 2 seconds left in the play clock will finally hand the ball off there. And it's a short gain, 2-yard gain. They really playing it, really like playing it at the edge there. Kevin Say with 2 seconds to go in the play clock will pick up 2 yards.
Yeah, that was a close one right there, but got the play off before the penalty.
Well, it's 2nd and 8 now, just across midfield. 1 minute and 37 seconds to go. Synergy rolling out. Protection is there. Will throw. Will find the receiver. What a catch by Mason Kirby.
Sometimes you just got to throw the ball down the field and see what happens. Maybe you'll get a spectacular catch like we saw right there, or maybe we'll get a pass interference. I love taking a shot down the field because you want to score. You don't want to settle for a field goal. You want to score a touchdown. You realize that this is for playoff positioning. You want to be able to have a bye so you can rest up and heal up, and you want to play at home.
Rest up and heal up, and a week free of rest and strategizing. Here's a carry down the middle for 5 yards. They're going to call their first timeout of the first half. I think they're already at field goal kicking range here, but I think they're smelling end zone.
Oh yeah, I want to score. I don't want to settle for a field goal. I want to take another shot down the field.
Flip tight triple once again here for DC. The one wide out on each side. And you got a two tight ends essentially there in the slot. Throw to the right. That was close. Was that for Coco? No, that was not for Coco. That was James Walters, the outer tight end, who just unable to haul that in. But that would have been for not really a touchdown, but first and goal at the 1.
That's what you want right there. That would have been a great play if you can come down with it. But hey, now you're 3rd and 5. Maybe I'm going back to the air. I'm looking for Lauren Pakoko.
Triple set here. 2 to the right, 1 to the left. They only need 5 yards for a first down. They got a minute to go and 2 timeouts. They're going to motion Kevin Sake to the line, add an extra receiver. So now 4 wideouts for synergy. He's going to throw. That's good. There's a touchdown. What a play as Mason Kirby catches and slides in for 6.
All they did was a simple motion, the running back out of the backfield, recognize his zone coverage. Now you got zone coverage. Cool. I'm going to run a post right in front of the cornerback right there. And what I love is when you caught the ball, he just fell down with his back towards the end zone, so he didn't take a hit, didn't worry about fumbling. That is a great response right before the half.
Great response indeed, and with that score, it's going to put them up 1 point here, up 14-13. So what an incredible drive. 10th place, 73 yards, 2 minutes, 47 seconds. Another impeccable drive by DC. Wow. So great stuff from DC, puts them up a point with 57 seconds left to go. We'll see if Queen City will be able to do anything here. They're going to kneel the ball down and start at their 20. The SFL alongside Jack Stata will be breaking down where the playoff race stands after Saturday's games on the Season 22 show right here on SFL YouTube. 3 games will remain, 8 scenarios remain. What seeds, opponents, and situations will your team find themselves in? Who should you cheer for down the stretch? Stay up late with us tonight. The show will air live 11:45 Eastern on SFL YouTube. Here's a catch. Sorry, a hand up down the middle for 0 yards to Jet 0. And by the way this team is looking, I think they're just going to go into the half with a score 13-14 here.
And that's fine, because I'd rather you do that than try to throw the ball down the field and get a turnover.
Yeah, but an incredible, solid offensive half. 4 drives. 3 of them went for scores, 1 touchdown, 2 field goals. No turnovers. And meanwhile, their defensive drives have been great. 3 and out and an interception. But Price will throw here. Oh, he's going to find the receiver. I mean, they're going to call their timeout here with 18 seconds to go. Finally feeling aggressive here. That was to Bob Wood with a completion there.
And I guess maybe they was like, okay, well, they think that we're going to settle, so we're going to throw it to our tight end right there for another catch. Now you got to look at the clock and use your timeouts wisely.
Sorry, not Bob Wood. He was number 19. I was talking about 49, James Matthews Jr. But it's Jet 0. He's going to get the hand up, and I think that will be it for Queen City in the first half. So we're going to go into the second half with Queen City down 13-14. They're hosting DC here. And they're going to line up here, but that is pretty much it for the first half. So, folks, that is it. Well, that's not it for the game, but for the first half, 13-14 in favor of DC. What a first half it has been for this Queen City, who you mentioned here, Anthony, early on, it's going to be a trap game for DC if they're not ready. Well, Queen City kind of proving you right in that one.
Queen City came out saying, we want to play spoilers. We want to ruin somebody's playoff positioning, seeding, whatever we can. So they came out the gate with great job running the ball with patience and breaking tackles. But what Queen City, what DC did to respond to say, hey, we're going to take the shots down the field. We're going to get the explosive plays. So this was a back and forth, and I'm excited for the second half.
Yeah, that is, you're a fan of Queen City. That's the kind of game you want to see, right? You may be out for the count as far as the playoffs are concerned, but You're not out for the count in this game. We're back.
We're going to see how DC responds right here, getting the ball back after the last drive, scoring at a really quick pace right here. So it's going to be really key for DC now. You can control the game. I would run the ball a little bit more so you can shoot the clock, but the tempo and everything is on your side right now. And they're starting, like I say, what Kevin say, up the middle right there. A good 4-yard run by DC right here. Now, if I'm Queen City, I'm not going to sit back and let that happen. I want to send pressure right here. DC is probably going to come back with another run. So what is going to be very important is to send pressure up the middle to stop that run before anything can happen. And right there, we got back-to-back runs by DC. So that's exactly what the tempo there. Choose some clock. Good job running right here. This is a key third down, 3rd-and-1 situation by the DC. Queen City wants to stop them, and they want to hold them right here so they can punt the ball to get the ball back. DC, keep it on the ground. And that's so right there. They keep it on the ground right there with Stellar. Nice little change of pace back right there. That's a little bit more of a bruiser. Was going to break the tackles and everything. So right now, DC is doing everything they can. DC is doing everything they can to keep the clock moving and keep the tempo of the game on their side. And good stop by Queen City right there before anything can happen. So what we saw in the first half right there was plays like that, was broken tackles that led to first down. That needs to change on both sides of the field right there. A good job by Queen City getting the tackle here, setting up a 2nd and 10.
So with Queen City setting that up for them, thank you very much, Anthony, for holding the fort there. Great stuff by their defense. It's now 3rd and 5 in DC out the gates, rumbling downfield. But Queen City, look at this. Comparison of team stats, they're very close. In total yards, passing yards, rushing yards, even in points on the board, has been a very nice matchup tonight. Thank you for joining us, everyone. Wow. Throw downfield is caught. What a play. Hanging on to the ball is Lauren Percoco with great focus.
So they came out this drive and this half right here, setting up that pass. How to set the pass up with some couple of good runs, first down here and there. But they went back to their bread and butter. What got them to this record is passing to Lauren Percoco over the middle. A big tight end. She has secure hands, is going to hold on to it. Even though she will take a hit, she has no problem with that.
So after that great catch by Percoco, it'll be a run down the middle for 1 yard. I believe that was Kevin Say on the carry. It's 2nd and 9. So now DC and Queen City's side of the field here. Second and 9. They're just about at field goal range here, but they want to go for 6. Shabazz Synergy rolling out, will jump over a defender in the ground. Tried to run for more than 0 yards. Will be tackled at the line of scrimmage. But what an athletic effort by Shabazz Synergy.
And Queen City was ready that time. They had a quarterback spy on Synergy. I love what Synergy was trying to do. There was nobody open earlier in the game. took a cover sack. That time was trying to get out the pocket, and they just met by a Queen City defender.
So now 3rd and 9 here. 4 wideouts for Shabazz Synergy. He's going to look to throw. Surveying the field, has time in the pocket. Will throw on a catch. On target as Mason Kirby holds in another huge catch.
And sometimes you just got to have faith and you got to believe that your receiver is going to catch the ball. Mason Kirby, 3rd catch of the day so far, and it's a very important one right there over the middle. You got to give it to these receivers and tight ends. They are taking hits, and they know they're going to take hits, but they recognize that, hey, if our quarterback trusts us to throw it over the middle like that, we're going to have to believe in ourselves to catch it and come down with that pass.
A little bit of shuffling by the defense here. They're going to have to line up more defenders against a bunch, and it's going to be a run. Going to go for about 1 yard. I like the concept there, Anthony. It's just that the tackling by Queen City was better.
Yeah, I do like the concept because right now they have already killed almost 5 minutes of this 3rd quarter right here. And it's been a healthy balance of run and passing the ball. Queen City needs to come up with a stop right here because you don't want to go down 2 scores.
So now I-Pro offset for DC. Run, handoff down the middle. Kevin Say still up. Kevin Say. How is he still up? Pretty much face a traffic jam there early on, Anthony.
And I think I said earlier in the game about Kevin Say. Kevin Say gets stronger later in the game because he wants the carries. He wants to have 20, 30 carries a game. The reason why he's 5th in the league in carry attempts. The more carries he gets, the stronger his legs get to keep moving people.
Roll out by Shabazz Synergy. Will throw downfield, unable to find Mason Kirby on that one. That's 4th and 7, and Queen City will finally be able to get off the field here, forcing only a field goal.
And that's the stop that Queen City was looking for. They recognized that they were getting the ball moved easily on them, but you know what? It's all about one play that can stop the momentum and everything. So good job knocking that down and setting up DC for a field goal.
Great defensive stop by Queen City against DC. They're going to kick it at 28. The kick is up, and the kick is good. They're going to extend their lead to 4 points. The score is now 17-13. What a start by DC in the second half. They've erased over 5 minutes off the play clock.
Yeah, and that's a good start. I know you wanted a touchdown, but the fact is you eliminated almost half of the quarter right there in one drive.
Return here by Queen City all the way to their 28-yard line. That's where they're going to start the ball. As we're going to get our first look of their second half offense here. We're going to see if they made any adjustments to their play. Their run game did pretty good in the first half here, but their pass game was solid as well. No interceptions, good completions, and a touchdown at the end. But here is Price. Short toss to Jet 0. Will pick up 3 yards. So mixing it up in this second half with the first play being a swing pass to 0.
So I do like Queen City in the first half. Ran the ball 20 times. That's not really normal for Queen City, but they ran it. They got key first downs, and it set up good passing later on by Eric Price. So that's what you want to keep in mind in this half.
Look at that stat. Last 10 of Eric Price, 9 for 10, including the 22-yard touchdown. That's great stuff from Eric Price. The handoff here goes for about 1 yard. Another incredible stat by Eric Price from that graphic there was that almost every single one of his throws were for first downs. There were only 2 throws that went for below 10 yards. One of them was that swing pass to Jet 0. Here's Price again looking to throw in 3rd and 5 out of split spread. No, it's a handoff. 0 rumbling downfield. Can he get there? No, extra tacklers. Finally brings him down. He looked like he had the legs to push them, but he can't beat a 1 versus 3 situation.
So some people might question that. I don't mind that at all because the team, DC, was ready for the pass. They had their eyes on James Matthews. So they were trying to see if they can sneak in a run that was going to be just enough. They did it earlier in the game, so I'm not mad about that. But unfortunately, you're giving the ball back to a DC team that had a phenomenal drive just a minute ago.
Well, not to discount Queen City, the previous half was pretty much the same situation. DC's first drive was to score, Queen City a third and out. But following that, Queen City able to force a 3-and-out against DC themselves. We'll see if they can replicate this here in this drive. With Queen City in their nickel offense here, everyone's sitting quite deep here in coverage. A bit of zone, but it's going to be a run to the left side. That's good for a 1-yard carry there, as Queen City able to go quickly for the tackle.
So what we're gonna have to keep an eye out this half is who's getting tired right here. When these running plays happen, over time you're just pushing back and forth. So one team is gonna give right here. It's just all about who has the mental will to keep on going.
Oh, okay. Kevin Say had to find his way through traffic. Queen City lined up in what looked like bear defense to me there. 5 on the line with 2 support runners behind them, and that was good for only a 1-yard carry again.
Coming up, set it here, third down. You know what they want to do. Look for that over the middle pass, that post route, and see if their bigger target receivers can come down with it.
Throw down the middle for Shabazz. Synergy is good. Good. What a throw by Synergy. That down the middle pass, he called it. This time it's Josh Gill who gets catch number 2 of the night.
Really love it. 3-step drop right there. Get the ball out quickly. Saw that the coverage was zone coverage right there. You want to get behind that defender. That's exactly what they did. Just a quick pass. But once again, you know you're going to take a hit. And these receivers are ready for it. Big first down.
Big first down for Synergy. Who, that was also a beautiful route by Josh Gill. Here's a run. Kevin Say stays upright, trying to find his way, dancing down Broadway, but couldn't find more than 4 yards there. So 2nd and 6 here, but just like their previous drive, they're rolling. They seem unstoppable here. They're going to line up in their ace formation. It'll be a run down the middle of that. Will be a good hit by the defender. Carry by Sam Harrison goes for about 2 yards.
Queen City right here, they want to come up with a stop here. You know you have something in mind. DC is probably going to pass the ball here, but don't have the light box right there. Make sure you also keep the run in mind. I expect a pass here.
So pass is coming. Taking his time in the pocket, will throw, launching and unable to find Mason Kirby. He tried to test the waters and trust his receiver, but there was just way too much coverage there.
I don't mind that they're taking the shot, taking the timely shot right here, trying to see if that receiver can get behind the defense. And good stop by Queen City here. So now we're going to talk about field position. Now, punters, you don't think you're important, you're always going to be important. Right here, you can pin Queen City inside that 10-yard line.
So Ron Van Cleef will get to punt the ball. Fair catch here at the 25-yard line. That's for Queen City. He's going to start, which is not a bad field position. They've average about the 27 to 30-yard line. So 75 yards to go here for Queen City in the third quarter. 1 minute to go here. Let's see what their offense can put out on the table. High twins formation. They really like this set on first down here. Motioning by the fullback. It's now an offset eye. Might see a run on the strong side. It is a run to the strong side. Z0 still up. Will pick up 6 yards before being brought down.
As we about to enter the fourth quarter right here, Queen City wants to take their time. You don't need to rush it. You can just call your play, get to the huddle calmly right here. Running the ball is what got you to 13 points right here and keep it a tight game right here. So just keep with the running game and see if you can break those tackles.
Another heavy set here by Queen City. Pitch to the left, trying to find room, but will find nothing. And that's about a 0-yard gain. So we've had a mix of runs here for Queen City. Some went for 7, 6, 5. Those are very good, but DC has been keying in on some of these runs as well. Another tackle at the line of scrimmage. Split jacks once again here by Queen City. This might be a run here. No, Price will pass out of this formation. Throws downfield, not complete. That was very close. He almost had a man there.
The back-to-back drives we saw on both teams, and they both ended with a pass deep down, and the defender just get their hands just enough to stop it here. So now we're playing field position here. So now it's time for Queen City punter to get on the field and see if you can pin DC deep.
14 seconds to go with this punt in the third quarter. Picked up at the 30-yard line. Still up and will be stopped at the 37-yard line with 5 seconds in the third quarter to go. The 2024 SFL convention is headed to South Shore Harbor Resort in League City, Texas, just south of Houston, July 12th to 14th, featuring live games, flag football, a golf tournament, tailgate, pool party, and more. For all the convention details, visit simulationfl.net/news/convention to reserve your room and see the event schedule and more. But if you're not yet headed there, tune in tonight. We got a bunch more games here. This one, here's a handoff. Kevin Say is going to pick up 2 yards, and that will be the end of the third quarter, with DC in the third quarter the only point scorer of the game. We'll be right back, everyone, after this short message.
Of the Simulation Football League is intended for the private use of our audience. Any rebroadcast, retransmission, or account of the game without the express written consent of the league office is prohibited.
Thank you very much for reading our rights to us, Curtis. Well, we're back here. It's the fourth quarter. Everyone put up your 4s, your 12s, 86s, and 68s. It's game time. Queen City looking to spoil DC's attempts at getting that first round bye. DC trying to get that first round bye. They're going to start with a pitch here to Stellar. Fullback here. It's going to be to the outside. But oh no! Queen City's cornerback, Justin Reside. Our man in the stats is down on the field, injured. Uh-oh.
Let's just hope he's okay right there. Just might be a little shoulder stinger.
He's been overworking himself on the field and on the stats with doing double duty for this game. That's gotta hurt for this Queen City defense. He's always been a pivotal part of the defense, and they might feel that loss here. But we'll see. Queen City's defense, 6 men on the line, 2 linebackers behind those 6 men. But it's a motion from DC here. It's a handoff down the middle. Wow, they're able to push through all those black uniforms down the middle and pick up a first down.
Yeah, and that was just an ISO run right there. I love the patience of running the ball on the inside by Say right here. Just got to find that hole right here. Good job with the blocking by the offensive line.
Now, DC overwhelming in total yards here as the game has gone on. Mind you, after this 5-yard carry, mind you, that stat graphic showing 256 DC, 195 Queen City. But if you look at total yards in the second half, DC now up to 105, Queen City only 16 total yards in the second half. They have struggled here in the second half. DC, meanwhile, here in their heavy set, offset eye. It's a pitch to the fullback to the left. Oh, he got a block. He's free. Stellar, Alexander. My guy from the second unit is getting the touches that matter, and he gets a first down for his team. What a play.
And the reason why you have such a odd number of yardage for both teams is because DC's been controlling the ball. They had 2 possessions in the second half to Queen City 1, and Queen City was a 3-and-out situation, and DC is collecting first down and chewing the clock.
I mean, DC 7 minutes of possession in the third quarter alone goes to tell you how dominant they were in that third quarter. But Queen City with this play, of course, second 11, it was a tackle for loss. Their goal really is to get out of here before DC gets into field goal range. So I-pro set here from DC. 4-3 look by Queen City on defense. For Coco shimmying and shifting to be an extra wideout here. Here's Shabazz, Synergy rolling out, looking, throwing. Deflected. That ball falls harmlessly to the ground. But that was to a sea of black uniforms.
And that was almost his second interception. It has to be careful. I know you like that rollout, but what's happening is you're not seeing that middle linebacker playing that middle coverage right there. And that was almost an interception that Queen City needs.
He's thrown for a 57.1% completion rate here. Now he has a bunch of receivers to his right, rolls out to his left, looks to throw downfield again. Deflected once again and incomplete. Queen City gets out of this. And finally, I think this is now back-to-back drives that they've forced against DC. That is right. So 2 back-to-back drives against DC that went for over 20 yards. And Queen City gets off the field.
Yeah, and that's a big stop right there. So now Queen City gets the ball back. Let's see what they can manifest on offense.
Their 2 previous drives here in the second half have gone for a total of 6 yards on that first drive in the second half and 1 yard in that first drive in the second half. So they have been pretty quiet, to say the least here. But they're back on the field here. They're at their 18-yard line. They got a long stretch of field to go here. Meanwhile, 6 on the line, 5 on the line for DC. Price, look to pass. Price throws short. That's good. That's complete. Price really is on the money tonight. Has thrown 11 of his 14 passes. That one this time good to Matthew Jr. James Matthew Jr. has now 5 catches and 5 targets.
It's very efficient right there for 69 yards, longest 22 of the day right there. And Price, I love those high percentage passes right there.
Handoff down the middle, 0. Stood up by the defender. Nice tackling here by Saeed Gore. And look, 6 total tackles. He has been on top of Jet 0, and that has been one of the better matchups that we've been seeing tonight.
And DC is doing a better job in this second half right here, tackling. Earlier in the first half, they were giving up the broken tackles that led to first downs for Queen City. A lot better job tackling in this half.
Another 3rd and short here in the second half. They'll finally get it. Their first 3rd down completion of the half here off Jet 0 to run down the middle.
And a good push by the right side of the offensive line right there. Just finding the first down. That's very big for Queen City to keep the ball moving.
Spread set here. And 2 split backs. It's a bit, wow! A pitch to the outside was read perfectly by this defense. Number 55 on the tackle. Sorry, number 96 on the tackle, John Gary.
Just stayed at home right there, recognizing the play, and just made a tackle. That is textbook. That's what we want to see here.
Actually, he showed he was going to go in coverage, and then the last minute rushed from the edge to meet 0. But here's a throw by Price out the middle. Oh, bobbled and unable to be brought down. Boudet could have completed that for a nice first down, but that was close. 3rd and 15 still for Queen City.
And that's sometimes the danger of throwing the ball over the middle. If you don't catch it securely, that ball is bobbling in the air. That could be an interception going the other way.
They are still at their 27-yard line. So now it's empty set for Eric Price and company. A little bit of man here. They might rush 4 for DC. 4 rushers. Protection is pretty good. Completion is Actually, it's incomplete, and that's going to force a punt there. So DC once again hanging strong here in the second half.
And that was a lot of traffic right there in that pass by Queen City. Good job by DC stopping them. Now you get the ball back with time running in the fourth quarter.
6 minutes ago in the fourth quarter, as you mentioned, DC prior to this quarter had 7 minutes in total in the single quarter. Number 3. They have 6 minutes to go here. I think their main job, their primary mode of operation is going to be run, 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 kill the clock, kill the clock, kill the clock.
Yeah, you want to get key first downs here. If I'm Queen City, maybe I need to dial up a blitz or two.
Justin Reeside, we'll see if he might be back in the field here. I don't quite spot him yet. But first out for DC. It is a run here. Oh, nice running. How about that offensive line, that offensive front for DC, number 71, Quinn Zook, pushing forward with his size, 6'7", 340, and he alone provided 4 yards.
Yeah, what a push up front.
Heavy set. That's going to be a run here. 18 seconds in the play clock. It's a pitch to the right. Stellar unable to break all the tackle. He had some supporting blocks, but the blocker is able to go around those blockers.
And actually, both sides have been tackling extremely well in the second half after giving up broken tackles there. Key third down for DC.
Chuck Stellar didn't get a yard there, but now DC is in their triple formation here. Shabazz Synergy looking to throw, will sling it down the middle. It's good! Lyric Da Vinci gets another nice catch. We're going to call it the nice hens catch of the evening, with a pivotal catch to potentially secure the ball game. Nice hens catch brought to you by Retroid. Put a Retroid handheld in your hands and play the only video game with your player in it. SFL 4K23. What a catch by Da Vinci there. And what a route by him too.
Yeah, and great job on the offensive line. Giving time for that play to develop, you need good pass protection. And that's what we saw out of DC.
Already in field goal position here for DC. Queen City need to prevent a touchdown. A field goal here will keep them at a 1 touchdown length away. But first down there. A handoff, 2 yards. So 2nd and 8 now. How do you attack this as Queen City's defense?
He's right up the middle with an ISO run.
You're right. It is right up the middle. Kevin Say really had that one-on-one matchup against that would-be tackler. That was number 59 from Queen City, Wolf Highwind, with a tackle. Kevin Say unable to beat that matchup.
And DC, I don't want to give this ball back to them or kick a field goal. I'm looking for a first down right here. One of those passes over the middle. Looking for Lauren from Okoko.
All 5 of the receivers with vertical routes, but Queen City hangs strong with a nice deflection from Luke Swift.
And we almost saw the second interception right there. That's what happened the first interception when you try to throw those seam routes. You got to get the ball high enough over that defender, or that time would have been a pick 6.
So here is the 42-yard field goal to push it to a 7-point margin. Kick is up and kick is good. With 3 minutes and 51 seconds left in the fourth quarter, it's 20-13 now by DC. Now they just have to hang on defense.
Yeah, and you know, points are points. You take what you need to. Queen City, you have under 4 minutes. You have 3 timeouts, and you have the 2-minute warning. You have time. You don't need to freak out here, but you do need to put together a complete drive right here, because it's running down. So you want to just be able to focus in. This could be the last drive of the season for you. You want to make sure it counts.
So we'll see here with Queen City's first play here at their 20-yard line. 3 minutes and 50 seconds to go. The length of 80 yards down the field. Price trying to adjust place on the line here. He's going to motion his receiver from left to right. So now one on each side. A defender following suit. Price to throw. Price will throw to the right. It's good. What a completion there by Lyric Da Vinci. Oh, the clock's still going. They're going to keep going. They're now in hurry-up offense mode here. 3 minutes, 40 seconds to go. Throw, short pass, good. It's almost a first down. 2nd and 1. They're going to keep going.
I like this. Keeping the same defense on the field. You can exploit some things right here with this hurry up.
Hurry up, Eric Price. That is incomplete. Ooh, that was a close one. We're going to look at the game update, though, meanwhile, from the other side of tonight's slate of games.
Since the last game break, Mark, it was tied at 20 in Minnesota. Since then, Minnesota has scored 27 unanswered, and they are locking up a first-round bye. DC now needs to win to get that first-round bye. If they win or if they lose and Fort Worth wins, the Toros get the 4 seed. But on the line for the Dragons in the last 3:23. Back to you.
Plenty of things on the line here. Seeding definitely very important here. It's one extra game to worry about here. Queen City will throw down the middle. Ooh, that's no good. That was pretty close, but incomplete. Do you think this is 4th down territory here?
You still have enough time here. I would punt the ball. You don't want to give DC field position if you give up. But like I said, this is the last game of the season, so why not go all out?
They will go all out. They're in their split pro, so only 2 wide out receivers here. It's 4th and 1. Might they even run out of this formation? No, they'll throw. Price will look to throw. Oh, it's good. Oh, Da Vinci was wide open. Sorry, not Da Vinci. Adrian Ellis, number 11 of Queen City, will make a nice catch. Keep the ball going. This drive's still alive. Price is still alive. He's still up and throwing. Oh, we're rumbling downfield. James Matthew Jr. Oh, at the 21-yard line, Eric Price throwing. Once again, it's a short throw. They'll dump it on Zero. 2 yards to go. The clock is rolling, and Queen City's also rolling. They're in that same formation still.
Yep, different plays in each time.
Oh.
Right there, and that was a good defensive stop right there. Good deflection by number 57. I like the way Queen City did that. They knew that if they got the first down, they're going to be running no huddle. And what that does is that keeps the defense from DC, that personnel on the field, and then you just work different route combinations.
Now with empty set, now this is definitely 5 wideouts, all pass situation here. Throwing downfield. Oh, could have been the pick there. So DeSantis credited with being amongst the deflectors of that ball. We get one last chance for Queen City. It feels like they're going to go for this.
I mean, I feel like you have to. You went for it when you're on like the 50. You might as well go for it here. This is for the potentially for the game right here. Why not keep going for it? Go all out.
They're going to go all out here with that same formation. Shifting a receiver. DC, meanwhile, playing prevent. Only 3 on the line. We won't see much rushing. Or will we? No, they'll rush 5 from prevent defense. Oh, and that's good enough to force an incompletion. What a defense by DC, hanging on at the last minute and forcing a turnover on downs.
And I think the pass rush just threw the ball offline just enough there. I think he was looking for a back shoulder throw, but was just short on the pass right there. And what a way to come up with a key 4th down stop for DC here. Now, you still have some timeouts, Queen City, so you're not out of it yet. DC, a couple of first downs would seal the game.
So a couple of first downs indeed. There is still a 2-minute warning as well. So technically 4 timeouts here. Ooh, a draw play, or it looks like a draw play, but it's a quick handoff to the fullback. Chuck Stellar with a 4-yard carry.
So now if I'm DC, I want to make Queen City use their timeouts here. You know you have the 2-minute warning, but after that, Queen City, they're going to have to start firing their timeouts here. So, like I said, 2 first downs should seal the game for DC. and seal that top 4 positioning.
Heavy set. It's run, run, run for DC. 2-minute warning has hit. It is a pivotal moment for both teams. DC trying to secure their first round bye here with the win. Queen City trying to spoil the fun here. But DC looks like they just have to get rid, not really get rid, but just do their business here. Heavy set once again. Gonna be a run, but which direction? It'll be Chuck Steller's direction. Chuck Steller still up. Chuck Steller almost gets the first down by himself.
And that almost was going to be it right there. So good run, good job breaking the tackle. 3rd and 1 here on Queen City. I need to sell out and send as much pressure as possible. DC is going to run the ball, and they're going to want to run right up the middle. They've been doing a good job with those ISO runs all day.
Jokers for DC here. Sending a man motioning from left to right. It'll be a run. The handoff is good. Kevin Save still up. Kevin Save carried for huge yards. Queen City forced to call their second timeout, and DC is pretty much at the cusp of a win here.
And they went back to the bread and butter, the ISO run up the middle. The offensive line just been doing really good job with that all game long right there. So why not keep going? Good job by that DC offensive line front.
Heavy set once again. Pitch to Chuck Steller. He's going to pick up 3. So in this late game situation, that the name to call has been Chuck Steller, and he has been providing solid production here at the dying minutes of this game. Queen City needs to do something. At the very least, they need stellar tackling. Kind of light on the line here for Queen City. Pitch to the outside to Chuck Steller will pick up about 3 yards once again. They're really attacking that outside run with these pitch plays here.
Yeah, and this 3rd down is very important right here, because if you can stop them on 3rd down, you can get the ball back with a little bit under 50 seconds per se, which we've seen teams score in less, but it's all going to be depending on this 3rd down here. You know DC is going to want to run the ball. So what you need to do is you need to stop it. It's going to be that ISO play. You have to fill the gap and get there before they do.
Only showing 7 in the box here for Queen City. 4 in the line. Run down the middle. That's good enough. That is it. That's nail on the coffin. DC. What a game by DC, securing their first round bye with a win here.
And what did we see? That was we showed persistence and domination up front. They recognized that this was going to be a tough game. Queen City was going to come in and give everything they have, and that's what Queen City did. So caps off to them. But DC, knowing that they're a playoff team and they're setting themselves up for something really special in the playoff right here, needed this type of win. They showed that they can run the ball in the playoffs right here. They have a combined of over 100 yards rushing. They did it by a 3-headed monster right there. Synergy played safe ball right there to be able to only throw 1 interception, and they passed the ball around. It wasn't just Lauren Percoco. It was Da Vinci, it was Kirby, it was Gill. So this was a complete game by DC.
Beautifully complete game. And that will complete their regular season. 14 games down the books. 10 wins on the board for DC. They pick up win number 10 on top of Queen City. Win number 7 against Queen City all time. Securing their first round bye. Heading into the playoffs here. We're just awaiting Fort Worth and their game. And what a game by DC. You mentioned about their balance. How about their efficiency as well? Over 10 yards per passing attempt. Domination on the time of possession. 0 points allowed in the second half. That defense averaging 17 points allowed all season long. Fourth best. It showed up tonight here, Anthony.
Yeah, and it's not going to look pretty in the stat sheets here, but they got it done when they need to. They got the first down when they needed the first down. They got points when they needed points right there. It's not going to always be pretty, but best believe when you go into the playoffs here, you're going to have these type of games. This is just a good practice and a good warm-up because these games are only going to get harder going forward, especially in the playoffs. So right now, I'll go back, I'll look at the tapes, and I got to get ready because it's going to be a dogfight going into the playoffs. Hats off to Queen City for a phenomenal season, never giving up to the final whistle right there, and we saw a really good game by both teams.
And that is it for us. I was Mark Lopez. With me was Anthony Allison, with Demond Simeon and Justin Reside and Stats. And for Cameron Irvine, thanks for joining us. We got a couple more games tonight. Don't leave. We'll see you then. Have a good night, everyone. Bye-bye.